Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'd like to talk about how to improve your wildlife photography. Regarding birds in general, wildlife isn't so easy at the beginning because there are many aspects to consider, mostly the safety of the animal. In fact, my most aim is not to get anyone in trouble in any way. My first try to photograph birds didn't give me a lot of good results, so I started to look for in the net some advice, but they were quite generic about birds. So I'm gonna tell you 5 tips that helped me a lot in the past, okay? So let's move on. Tip number 1, use binoculars. As you know, birds are quite small, apart the big raptors like eagle or vultures. So a good way to look for birds is a binocular. With it you can watch far without moving so much and mostly without scaring them. In some of my videos I use a lot the binoculars, like for example the common kestrel, to understand where they made the nest. So it's been really vital for me. In the market there are a lot of different models to pick up, but I think the best binocular is compact and lightweight. Speaking of the binocular magnifications, in my opinion it's better to not use big numbers. I mean, but it would be better using a binoculars with no more than 10 magnification. 7 or 8 is better. But because using higher magnification increases the natural shaking of your body in the images. So in long term is not so comfortable, and maybe you need to use a tripod for binoculars. And I think isn't a good idea, even because it would be another stuff and weight to carry. Do not forget the binoculars. I always keep it in the car, so when I'm in the car and saw some birds, it's easy to take and use it. Tip number 2, camouflage clothes. Okay, staying in nature can be challenging, and as you know, animals see better than us, mostly birds. But you can adopt some technique to add yourself, or at least to camouflage your presence in nature. The most simple way is to use clothes as natural matte colors like green and brown rather than the red, blue or yellow. But also in that way it's quite hard to not being seen by birds because they recognize your body, your human shape. So what can you do? It's simple. You can use clothes like mine. It's a ghillie suit, really cheap, but allows me to camouflage in nature really well. Mostly when I'm near trees, bushes and vegetation in general, and it couldn't miss mask and gloves. With that fabric pattern you can hide yourself very well and birds won't recognize you so easily. Tip number 3, walk silently. But if you are thinking about that a ghillie suit will hide you in every situation, you're wrong. For example, walking, which is a typical human movement, is really dangerous. I mean, but birds recognize men walking with a ghillie suit as well, so what can you do to avoid it? Okay, you can do at least 2 things. Number 1, walk silently. Avoid to break some drying branch on the ground or to move some bush or tree branch. And another thing is to avoid talking, or if you can't, try speaking softly. Number 2, walk trying to use the vegetation. For example, staying really close to a tree or a bush, perhaps keeping your legs bent. And when you have to stop for a while, try to stay low in order to break your human shape. Tip number 4, stay in the car. Usually birds are less scared by cars, and even when they see you inside it. So it could be a good way to watch and photograph birds stay comfortably in your car. In some situations, where birds get used to see cars' movement, it will be easy to capture some beautiful picture. As always, you have to understand what species you are approaching, and you have to understand when your presence is getting the bird in trouble. For example, because it's going away. In a situation like that, it's better to drive slowly, really slowly. Perhaps you can cover the windshield with a camouflage net in order to hide your presence. By the way, I took some good picture. Tip number 5. Ponds, lakes and rivers. Birds are everywhere, you know, but there are places where it's likely to find many different kinds of birds. I'm talking about of ponds, lakes and rivers. You know, every living being needs water, so it will be easier to find some birds near a source of water, and the water will give you the chance to take some picture easily, due to the water itself, but doesn't allow you to swim fastly. Many water birds are really interesting and maybe a good way to learn how to photograph them, and mostly to understand how they stay in nature, as well as to understand how to use your camera. Having more time to set the camera itself the lens and the stuff like that. Okay guys, it's time to go. I hope this video is useful for you. Let me know what you think, and please leave me a comment in the comment section below, as well as any question you have. As always, take care, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel if you didn't do it. So see you, bye bye.